First of all, you got to get to know yourself. Then you got to get to love yourself. Then you can wholeheartedly be true to yourself. So many things that are hitting us and taking our minds away from the real picture of what's really going on, that it's hard to be true to yourself. And we unfortunately get caught up in a lot of trauma, a lot of drama, and a lot of other things that want to keep us so distant from ourselves, to keep us running away from what's really going on instead of dealing with it. My name is Jermaine King. I'm from San Francisco, and I'm currently the coordinator and senior counselor for the Early Morning Study Academy. Some of the people that I looked to growing up were some brothers on the streets when I was younger. When I grew up in Hunters Point, there weren't really gangs, so to speak. It's pretty much where you live. So if you lived on Harbor Road, you were considered from Harbor Road. If you lived in West Point, you were considered from West Point. Luckily for me, I had a lot of respect from people all across Hunters Point. I could go anywhere in Hunters Point I want to and not have a problem with anybody. I've had some really good mentors through the Omega Boys Club. They really started showing me that I was somebody and that I could be somebody. The question is, who did I want to be? They actually helped me get into college, so they got me out of San Francisco, sent me off to Atlanta, Georgia. And that was really like an eye-opening experience as far as like getting into a whole new environment. I think if I had not have joined the Omega Boys Club and was introduced to them, then I would probably be dead.
So Jermaine, where are we going right now?
We're going to the Omega Boys Club. I was still kind of like living a double life. So even though I was trying to get my life right, I was still selling drugs on the side. I was still committing crimes on the side. Actually, I was in Hunters Point and I was waiting for the bus to catch up to Omega because it was this African American studies class that I wanted to take. And I was like real bent on taking it. And where they were giving it at this church, I couldn't go. So Dr. Marshall told me one day, he said, man, if you really want to go to the class, I'll take you to the class whenever you need to go. Hunters Point was beefing with Sunnydale at the time. There were like 2 carloads of Sunnydale cats that drove by. One of them stopped, made a U-turn, came back my way, so I took off. So I got to a phone booth and I called up. I was like, Marshall, I need you to come get me, man, because they trying to get me. He was like, well, where are you? I'm like, I'm on 3rd and Evans. He was like, all right, I'm on the way. He said, just stay right there. He ended up taking me to the class, but that was a very valuable life lesson for me because that taught me that sometimes you do have to go that extra mile just to make sure that the young people that you're working with are safe.
Oh, the rides home were fun. I can't say enough about that. The rides home, man. We talk about girls like 90% of the time. One time, he was like 17, he wanted to get married, 16, he wanted to have a baby. I said, what?
If he hadn't done it with me, then I necessarily wouldn't have known to do it or how to do it for somebody else. I had pretty much gotten my life together. I knew I wanted to go in a positive direction and a positive path. But unfortunately, I was still caught up in the system of things like so many of our young people are today. I knew how to fall back on what I knew, but I didn't know how to move forward with what I didn't know. So to a certain extent, I was scared to take a chance on my life as far as trying something new. I went back to Hunters Point and I went to go stay with my brother. And I said, dude, I just need to camp out for a little while because I know they looking for me and I'm not trying to go to jail. And when I woke up that morning, he wasn't there. And I felt in my heart something was wrong. I get a call at lunchtime at my job saying that my brother's dead. And what had happened, unfortunately, there was some other cat staying up the street and one of them was hating on him and he was coming from his girlfriend's house like at 3 in the morning. And the cat saw him and he ran him over going like 90, 95 miles an hour. And my brother actually died right across the street from where I used to live. Shook me up so bad that I just asked the Most High Creator, if you can continue to let me live, I will do anything and all that I can within my power to come back to my community and help my community out. We are entering the Early Morning Study Academy. This is our GED school that we help our young folks get their GEDs and go on to college and help them get jobs and help them be self-sufficient so they can sustain themselves and their families in life. This is the lobby. This is where all the students come in the morning and they congregate here until we have our 0 period check-in. And then from there, we have all our students go downstairs into the classrooms where they get their educational academic learning for the day. And this is my junkie office filled with skins and mess. I got a lot of work to do. Knowing what it feels like for somebody to tell you you're not going to be about anything and you'll never amount to anything. Knowing what it feels like to have somebody on your tail trying to kill you. Knowing what it feels like to be outside trying to make a living for yourselves, but you got all these obstacles and all these barriers and all these things coming at you. The day-to-day effort, knowing that I had to put in myself to get to where I wanted to be, and knowing what a lot of young people have to go through is what makes me give my all every day.
Be chillin' with them crazy ass niggas, never be lazy niggas. Can't fade them type niggas, some be shady niggas. Bitch pay me type niggas, and it's all gravy niggas. Some too type niggas need a gun. Niggas body dead, found a niggas. Locked up for life niggas, not on your shit niggas. Don't sell your soap niggas, don't go to school niggas.